Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing today? It's 8 a.m. here in Central Canada, and we're going to do a technical analysis on Bitcoin. It's August the 1st, and because it's the first of the month, I am making a commitment, guys, to make a lot of videos, to tweet a lot as well about my positions, because I do believe that something can happen in the market soon to be very, very bullish. I think that it's extremely important to plan. And you know what? I kind of had a feeling June, July was going to be bearish and kind of a boring month. But now August is and September has a chance, guys, to be very bullish. And I know that a lot of you guys are in the game now because you've heard of this amazing bull run in December, right? We're talking about a massive bull run, guys, like for the whole year, from about $700 to $20,000 almost. Okay, now that might have brought you to the game, and I bet you guys were very excited and you wished to yourselves that you got in, but you didn't, right? But now you have this amazing opportunity to catch one of the biggest bull runs that the history of mankind can ever and will ever come across, in my opinion, okay? I think that cryptocurrency really does have a chance to usurp traditional currency and fiat, right? But it's just a matter of time. This year really is the year of regulation. Every government, guys, every country, they're getting on it. They are either developing some sort of blockchain, right, that they're trying to utilize themselves, or they're doing research on it, or they're trying to just tax everyone and just make it difficult for crypto to explode, right? But I don't think anything can stop it. We're talking about a train that's going like 200 miles per hour right now, and yeah, sure, there might be some obstacles in the way, but with sheer force of the market and everybody who believes in this technology fundamentally, we've got this amazing chance, guys, to get to somewhere where I think that we can be. Now, just because you missed that massive bull run, it does not mean in any way whatsoever that you cannot be a millionaire in the next few years if you play it smart. Yeah, that's you know what? Last year, guys, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I was mining like Ethereum, and I was a pretty bad trader, right? I wanted to give up at least a dozen times, at least 100 times, because I lost that much money and confidence and hope. And it was really painful to see myself lose and lose and lose and lose. But then, after a year in, we're talking like 3.5 years ago, a year in, it got better. 2 years in, it got really good, like really good, okay? And I just kept, you guys know why I didn't give up? I didn't give up because I thought to myself, that some people in this market are obviously very successful, just like how some people in the traditional stock market is very successful as well. Well, then I thought to myself, a lot of people probably gave up as well, and those guys got nowhere. And I wondered to myself, like, are those people better than me in the stock market, right? Why do I want to give up? And if I gave up, does that mean that they're better than me? Nah. I'm competitive. I've got this fire that's fucking lit under my ass right now, and I've always had it to be better than the guy to my left, better than the guy to my right. And you know what? Because I persevered through it, through all the difficult times, it built character and skill. And I figured out a way to just keep improving my skills in the game. Every time I made a mistake, I kept trying to improve it and improve it and improve it. And through repetition, I'm here where I am today, okay? And I want you guys to know deep in your heart that you cannot give up. And if you gave up, okay, on trading, that means you gave up on yourself. You guys know where confidence is built from? Okay? Confidence is making promises to yourself every day and fulfilling it, okay? That's where it comes from. You need to be a confident motherfucker in this game and keep making that promise to yourself that you will persevere through the difficult times to be a good trader. Okay? Anyways, I just needed to get that out of the way. Let's get into this technical analysis right now. So this is my awesome new view, guys. It's pretty beautiful. I'm kind of lazy. I just did laundry. I should probably put this down. This chair, guys, is reserved. It's reserved. I haven't decided who's going to trade with me quite yet. But I've got this chair here waiting for someone, the right person, to join me. I'm not taking any applications or interviews. It's going to be sheer randomness. I haven't decided, even on a friend in real life or friends in real life. Okay, I've got a few in mind, but when you see that person that I know can be molded and developed, it's going to happen. And when it happens, this person's going to sit right there next to me and watch me trade every day. You'll get no pay whatsoever. You have to find your own rent in the city, your own job. You're not going to be paid to sit here and trade with me. You're just going to have to use up your own time and watch. In fact, hopefully you'll buy me lunch every day if you get to sit here. I'm more so just joking around about that last part, but we'll see what happens. Okay, now we are going to establish a lot of theories. Okay, I'm going to be explaining some very difficult theories. So if you guys have not kept up with me in the past few months, shame on you, because you had all the time in the world to prepare for this moment, and you didn't. Okay, so I will try my best to explain theories, but at the same time, guys, shame on you if you guys haven't kept up to TA or tried to teach yourself. And I swear on my life that if you guys are just waiting for fish to be handed out to you through, say, my TA or through a signal group, yeah, guys, the people who actually taught themselves how to trade, they're going to do a lot better than you in the market. Now, I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I just need to make it very distinctively clear that the people who try to fish themselves in this game will take out the little minnows. Because the people that fish themselves, we're sharks, right? We're sharks. And the people that just follow and wait for signals or other people's TA and don't want to teach themselves, they're just little minnows being herded by us sharks. And the whales will devour you guys, trust me, okay? So please make sure during downtime that you guys are always brushing up on your TA. If you want to, honestly guys, if you want to make it in this game, shape it up, okay? Honestly, it's not a job for lazy people, and it's not a job for brilliant people either, okay? It's mainly a job for people who have sheer will and determination and heart. Now, doctors and lawyers trade too, okay? And people from where every school trade, Brown, MIT, whatever, I'm sure they all come from different schools in the world. Doesn't mean that they're going to be a better trader than others, right? The most brilliant people in the world work on Wall Street. But why do some of them still fail, right? It's not a matter of just being smart, guys. It's a matter of knowing how to utilize your time and just sheer will and commitment to always better yourself. Now, we're going to go through Elliott wave in very simple detail, first of all, okay? Elliott wave basic principle says that there are 5 impulsive waves that go up, like that, okay? And within each impulse wave up, there are many, many different fractals that ebb and flow throughout the nature of the universe. Now, I want you guys to know that if you would like to learn Elliott wave, you have to know very, very well Fibonacci retracement and extensions as well, okay? Now, Fibonacci is a beautiful ratio. It's a beautiful sequence of numbers, and they form ratios. And these Fibonacci numbers are found everywhere in the whole universe. They ebb and flow everywhere. They range from the shape of how the universe is, right? To the way seashells are shaped, to the way our genes are coiled, or our DNA is coiled, to the way our bodies, proportionally, are shaped as well, right? To the way architects design buildings, to the way sand is shaped. It's a magical set of numbers in the world it's a beautiful sequence of numbers, guys, that is found everywhere in nature. That's the beautiful thing about it. And, guys, it's also found in the stock market as well, right? So I will explain to you guys the very basic principles of Elliott wave and Fibonacci, and I hope that you guys can keep up with me, okay? Make sure you guys take notes, even, right? Don't ever fast forward in my videos. Because the people that fast forward are looking for this magical key phrase that says, buy at this point, sell at this point. No, guys. In every video that you watch of everybody's, you have to watch every single part of it. Learn from many, many different people that trade, and also study them, right? It'll give you a sense of how to develop your style and find it, because you will eventually find your style, right? And anyways, I completely forgot what I was saying, so I'm just going to get back to this over here, okay? Sometimes I get really sidetracked. So, Elliott wave says that for every 5 impulse waves up, right, there's also 5 sub-waves within them as well. And then if these specific structures form, then we would consider this an impulse wave upwards, right? A good, little burp there. So then what we want to do after for each wave down here, okay? Now, notice how there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, okay? Well, this actually forms one wave like this. Let me show you, okay? Let me show you guys this. So that will actually form one big wave. I'm not going to change the degree. I'm too lazy, guys. Okay, I'm going to change this to a yellow one. Well, guess what, guys? This actually forms that as well. Okay, and then it retraces down here. And if this is another impulse wave up, hey, guess what? There's actually 5 waves going up here as well. Okay, we're not going to talk about corrective patterns this time. And then, for example, this one will trace down to here. And what we like to say with conviction is this. Okay, we say to ourselves, and we make sure that we understand these specific theories that we're talking about. So then, after this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's going to be one more going upwards, right? Going up like that. But we're going to talk about this structure first. And what we say is that, well, this one right here, okay? This one, wave forward, this must be considered wave 1, okay? Wave 1, this is wave 2, this is 3, this is 4, and then this is 5, for example, okay? It's 5 waves going up like that, okay? And what we say is that wave 4 likes to retrace to above the wave 1 territory, if it is an impulse wave up. And the reasoning for that is because every time a resistance turns into a support, every time a resistance is broken, it turns into a support. And every time a support is broken, it turns into a resistance. So then clearly the biggest mode, or the biggest region based on price action for support would be here because it was previously resistance, right? And then we get 5 waves going upwards. Notice how we're zooming out more and more and more, guys? Well, that's now 5 waves, okay? And then guess what? It's going to make 1 wave downwards like that because this one was considered 1 wave as well. So that in the grand scheme of things, like, you know, this would be officially like a different degree for wave 1, okay? Just to show you guys that. So this would be 1 now, and then this would be a different degree for 2. Anyways, it just keeps going on and on and on and on like that, okay? Now let's get into some more specific things. We're going to get into the Fibonacci retracement, okay? I'm going to give you guys really good tips here. So right here, guys, for wave 1, because this had 5 subwaves going upwards, right, which I showed you guys already, wave 1 goes up. And then we talk about wave 2 retracing to a Fibonacci level. Sorry, this up. My friends are asking me to go for breakfast. And that's pretty cool. My friend told me to get a case for my S9 phone because I broke 2 phones in the past month already. This is my 3rd S9 Plus actually. And it's not. He told me to get a case, but it didn't break because I jumped or anything like that. It broke because I threw it off of my balcony into the river, both of them, because I was really drunk both times. Yeah, I did that. That's pretty funny. I threw it like 3rd floors up. Anyways. I'm going to stick to the video, okay? I'm sorry about that, guys. So, wave 2 retraces to a Fibonacci region right here, okay? Right? And then wave 3 goes up, and then wave 4 retraces to a region down over here, right? Which is, say above wave 1 territory, what we say, okay? We say that wave 3 is often the strongest or the longest, right? But never the shortest, which means it can be longer than wave 1 and shorter than wave 5, or it can be longer than wave 5 and shorter than wave 1. But generally, what it means is that wave 3 is always the longest, or generally the longest, right? It's usually the longest, guys, like it really is. 5th wave is rare for it to be longer, unless we get extended 5th waves, which has happened on Bitcoin before. But for really, really big bull rallies, though, I would always expect something to do an extended 5th wave, okay? What is an extended 5th wave, guys? An extended 5th wave is basically like, when all 5 waves, for example, form here, right? Forms here, for example, right? And, it's supposed to come down, for example, okay? It's supposed to come down, to the whole, and what I was going to say was, when this 5th wave forms, guys, never take the retracement for just wave 5, because remember this logic that I'm going to tell you guys, okay? The logic is that if this one had 5 subwaves in here, and we took the retracement for the whole thing right there, okay? The whole thing right there, then by default, we consider this whole thing 1 greater degree as well. Because it's 1 greater degree, then you guys going to understand that this has 5 subwaves in there as well, okay? And back to extended 5th waves. Extended 5th waves, guys, work like this, okay? I'm going to show you guys. Extended 5th waves work like, because it just doesn't want to retrace. It's too bullish, okay? It actually ends up only retracing an amount of here instead. That's a time we would take a fib region of just this 5th wave right there, right? But because it didn't want to break down, what it ends up doing is this ends up becoming one wave here instead, 2, and then 3, 4, and bam, 5 all the way up there, right? And instead of coming down there, so we get an extended 5th wave that goes all the way up there, right? So these 5 waves right here, it didn't retrace down over here. Like if it retraces to a bullish level, it would be roughly around, whatever, 3.2 or 0.5 or 6.18 region, right? But if it retraces below the wave 4 territory, then an extended wave can't happen. So that's some of the theory that's out of the way. So I hope you guys got that, okay? Now we're going to take a look at this on a daily chart, okay? I showed you guys this on a daily chart right here. Now, on a daily chart, that's a better view, right, guys? You guys can see that? Yeah, you can, just making sure. So here, we get 5 waves. Anybody wants to disagree with this? No, you don't want to disagree with this, okay? And what I've been looking for, guys, okay? I've been looking for about 4 months now, 5 months, pretty much since Bitcoin on February 6th hit $6,000, okay? I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this specific structure to happen. I'm going to tell you guys what, sometimes you will wait like 6 months for the perfect play. And if this works out to be the perfect play, we're going to get a really big bullish run. So guys, let's do this, okay? Let's do this. Dum, dum, dum. Bullish view. This is now the bullish view, you guys. So we're about to count 5 waves like this going on, okay? Like that. And what I've been waiting for is this specific structure right here, okay? Waiting for a specific structure of an awesome retracement, like a good retracement to a level here, and then a good retracement to a level here with a good extension, up there as well, okay? And then what I firmly believe in right now is that we are in this structure, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officially forming, and we're doing the second wave correction, okay? So now, because I do think we're very bullish, guys, and this is the bullish view, and I'm giving the bearish view soon too. What I have been waiting for literally since February 6th, guys, is this, okay? I've been waiting for about a 1618 extension from the first and second wave, okay? So Fibonacci extension, you take it from here to there, and you want something like a 1618 extension, right? And then you want the 5th wave to hit somewhere between 1618 and 2618, okay? So remember that. Now, we are going to count these waves together right there, okay? That's where it began. I would say that is where it began with certainty, okay? Let's look at a different time frame now. Now, we're going to follow these rules right here. And the rule says this, okay? If wave 1 retraces to around 618 region right there, okay? We're going to assume that wave 3 will not retrace, wave 4 will not retrace as much. Okay, you guys understand what I'm saying? I'll show you. Okay, let's just say, as an example, wave 2 retraces only 318 right there. By default, you're going to assume that wave 4 retraces more. Okay, remember this rule. Remember this rule. Up to the territory of wave 1. Remember this rule. Don't ever forget this rule, Elliott Wave and Fibonacci traders. Okay. It is a staple of my profit. And I assure you guys that it's a very generous profit when you create these guidelines. You will create these very strong guidelines and rules that have satisfied, that have proven true so many times. Imagine you have 100 strategies, okay guys? And then you keep filtering over them, over and over, and you just refine which ones are successful, which ones are not. Let's say you tried out each strategy 50 times. Okay, that's a good sample, pretty good sample. And some of them just stick and some of them don't. Then why would you keep the bad ones, right? That is what a good trader is. A good trader is somebody who can refine their strategies over and over, where it's been tried and it's been tested and it's going to hold true. So Elliott Wave says that if wave 2 retraces a small amount, then wave 4 will no doubt retrace less if it is an impulse wave upwards, okay? So remember that, okay guys? Now let's get back to this right here. So it has met so many bullish criteria, in my opinion, that man, it's like, whoa, I'm just like super happy right now. What do you guys see here, okay? First of all, guys see right here that wave 2 retraced to the golden ratio. You always want to take a chance, guys, at the golden ratio. But this year, the flavor of the year has been 0.786 Fibonacci region, right? 0.786. So 786 is a hot number right now. But guys, check this out. Do you guys see what I am seeing? Okay, so we see that first of all, this hits the golden ratio, all right? And then what we also see right here is that this one, like, pretty much almost hits the 618 region. That right there caught my attention, hardcore. But what caught my attention even more was that not only did we actually break this resistance right here, right? We broke it hard, guys. That we actually got to between the 1618 and the 2618 Fibonacci extension. Following? Whew, man, that's crazy. Now let's recap this quickly again, okay? So we retrace the 618, and by following the rules of, I don't even know the rule exactly. I might be making up names right now, but it's called the rules of indifference of expression, something like that. Rules of indifference of expression, I don't know, which basically means, I'm not making up the rule, I'm just making, that might not be the right name of it, but it's an Elliott wave rule, right? That if this one retraces around the 618, by default, we would assume that the next impulse wave, right, upon breaking right here, we would also say that wave 3 is often longest, but never the shortest, right, guys? So this one retraced barely anything. These days, Bitcoin don't want to retrace, man. I'm not kidding you. Bitcoin does not want to retrace at all. So check out these perfect moves, guys, okay? Like wave 1 is roughly there. It does not want to retrace. It does not want to retrace. It's so bullish. Like, damn, man. That's so bullish, guys. And here, it does not want to retrace either. Like, Bitcoin is on a rampage right now, I assure you, based on technical trading, okay? Everything has literally formed some beautiful waves, guys. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm going to show you guys another thing that makes it very bullish, okay, guys? Now, I'm going to show you guys something called like a leading first wave diagonal. A leading first wave diagonal often has wave 3 as the second, the longest wave, right? But not longer than wave 1, because it makes a diagonal like that, right? And it kind of wants to break down. And then what we say to ourselves is that if it's that actually bull, is it possible for a C to even be higher than that, right? And then this one makes a zigzag. So this is a rule I've been following for a while as well, okay? And then, you know what, I see the leading first wave diagonal, man. Like, holy crap, okay? And then not only that, but I see the ABC that it makes that actually surpassed the point of that, okay? And this made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perfect waves down. Like, it's hard to argue with this. It's just ridiculous right now. Like, based on the perspective of Elliott wave, and Fibonacci retracement, like how crazy bullish this is right now. So once again, guys, this one retraced to 618 region. So this one retraced a super bullish one to less than 382, between 236, right? And then not only did the first wave extension right here hit almost at near 1618, it was off by how much, guys? It was off by $100. Whoa. But with wave 5 also hit right in between the 261 and the 161.8 level, okay? So great. Now the bullish view says this right here, okay? The bullish view says that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So, you know what? I need to recap it one more time for you guys right here, right? So one more time, guys. This retraced to 618. So we would expect, okay, the next wave up to retrace less if it was bullish. So then as soon as it breaks here, professional traders will take their Fibonacci extension tool right here, start from here to there, to there, and they'll say to themselves, well, if it breaks right there, I'm probably going to add a little bit right there to 618, and then as soon as it breaks here, I'll add more to my position, and I'll target roughly 1618. Then if it meets that criteria, because wave 2 was actually a good retracement, like 618 golden ratio hit, we will assume that wave 4 is also going to be much more bullish because of the rules of indifference of Elliott wave expressions, right? So after that happens, when we say to ourselves, okay, man, we've been hunting for 4 or 5 months now. for a very bullish scenario. I have been hunting for this scenario for about 5 months now, guys, since February. And it's about to come true, I think, right? So because this hit pretty much right between 1618 and 2618, and it did pretty much everything by textbook for Elliott Wave, okay, now all we're going to be waiting for is now a retracement to wherever this decides to create a floor. And then if this actually ends up becoming bullish, and we stay above a specific level, we'll say around here. I'm hoping to buy around here. Okay, guys, I'm going to be very honest. Around there. If we can hold above there specifically, it's going to be a crazy bull run, right? But more importantly, as long as we hold above above that region, 5750 to about 6K, guys, like we're right around these regions, right? It is going to be such a bullish market. So now, perfect Elliott 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect Fib extensions with perfect Fibonacci retracements as well. So I'm hoping for a very bullish turnaround soon. If we hold above those levels, preferably here, but as long as it's above about 6K, we're good. Okay, I hope that makes sense, guys, right? So right now, we have to also think of it from this perspective. Okay, I'm going to go really far out, okay? Now, that's the bullish view. The bullish view is that we hold it above, like 618. We have to remember the rules that we talked about before, okay? What used to be a support is resistance, and what used to be a resistance is now a support, okay, guys? So think of it like this. Now, wave 1 will definitely act, okay, guys, as a support. And so will wave 4. It's a matter of where. So if we were to hold between wave 1 and wave 4 territory, man, are we going to be bullish. If we held at wave 3 territory, whoa, we're going to be bullish even more, okay? So now we've got to figure out what structure are we actually on, right? So the bullish view is that, man, like we just make a flag, we explode out of there, okay? Now, I'm going to show you guys my targets right now based on everything I've tried to teach this video, okay? I apologize it was really fast-paced. I just don't have too much time to be explaining everything right now, but I'll try to be much more thorough soon, okay, guys? So, yeah, if this holds true, okay, this is the bullish view right there. Okay, we hold around, we'll just be generous, okay, between this region right there. So we'll just take the average of those regions, okay? This is the bullish view where we hold above that region, and we take the Fibonacci extension. We'll assume an average around there, which means that the next target by itself is like $1,160. Actually, between here, okay? Between here, we'll say. Because wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest. So we assume in a bullish market that it will be pretty strong, achieving well over 1-to-1 ratio, and preferably 1618, like how this wave 3 did right there. So then, guys, if this holds true, that will be wave 1, that will be wave 2, and wave 3 will take the average between 1-to-1 and 1618. Therefore, we come down here, okay, just assume there, and the next target, just like this wave right there that did between a 2618 and a 1618 extension, then bam, we're at $13,000 now, according to my logic. My logic is not what I think. My logic is not what I feel. My logic is a systematical approach that has been refined over time. Not only has it been refined, but it's all proof in the pudding. As in, it's not what I think. It's weighing the pros and the cons and looking for confluent reasons of where it could be, right? A good trader will think of all the good things that are happening and all the bad things that could happen as well. And we try to look for entries. We're like athletes looking for that right opportunity. And we're like ninjas who have so many different weapons at our disposal, and we're trying to use different weapons at different times or different skills at different times, right? So think of it as just trying to find more reasons that it will lean towards one way than the other, right? And we try to bank on that way. And then we also try to think of what could possibly go wrong if it doesn't go towards our way, right? And if it doesn't go our way, we try to cover all the scenarios of what could happen. So I never lean towards a specific direction, right? I more so try to find reasons it could be more. Sorry, I'm saying it could be wrong. I don't mind if it goes wrong because I already have my exit strategies. So let's just say right here that this was actually like going to hold on the 12-hour chart, okay, around these regions there. Like that's kind of crazy, guys. Like we might even be holding very soon. So what is the play? Well, my play, guys, is simple. I'm going to be taking the chance of a lifetime, right? I don't know if it's going to hold. You don't know if it's going to hold, right? No idea. But if it does hold, man, like 13K is a big number, first of all. You're talking to a day trader, right? This would be a really good, ignore time always, okay? I don't do time analysis because I'm a day trader, but I do believe that we're still going to get to some very astronomical numbers this year. And when we get there together, it's going to be a very momentous occasion because the people that decided to invest are going to be extremely happy overall. So guys, let's take a look at this, okay? The bullish scenario once again. Wave 1, we retraced to a similar region down there, okay? What we want to look for is honestly a long wick. Like a long wick would be beautiful with a lot of volume as well, and we're going to be looking for bullish signs of divergence, right? This is very likely to make a flag, honestly, okay? It's kind of like doing it right now already. Next point, like, we just maybe it'll go A, B, who knows, C, D, and E, and bam, we're going to go upwards, right? That's why I'm going to most likely just ladder my buys, right? So my scenario is this, right? Okay, let's say it holds right here, and then bam, it shoots up, no problem. As soon as I get more volume and confirmation and bullish divergence, I'm gonna add some to my position. Not a lot, but some. And I'm gonna buy more if it breaks above these resistances up there, right? So we always take chance at resistances as well if we get a lot of volume. Just like right here, what we were talking about earlier, right? Right there, we broke the resistance and bam, like one massive candle. So if you guys were on the computer at that time, you would have bought it to strength, and so would have other people. That's how we propel really hard above a resistance, right? That's why wave 3 is really strong. Wave 3 is really strong because it breaks wave 1 really hard, and the market rallies together, adding so much strength and volume. So I'm going to be buying basically between these regions, just a smaller amount, right? Not a lot. I'm talking like 10%, 15, 20% of my position. And hey, if I'm wrong, no problem, right? No problem if I'm wrong. But honestly, I'm going to be taking my chance and laddering down to almost 5,800. And the reason I'm going to do that, guys, 1,500, that's why I said that, is because if I'm right, guys, without risk, there's no possibility of reward. If I'm right, and it goes to 13K, and it goes to 35K this year, guys, am I going to be right? So you ask yourself deep down, is this about confidence, is this about ego, or is this about just taking risk that needs to be taken sometimes? And if you are right, it's going to be a massive reward. And this is how people make money in the market. They take risks. Now, I'm no financial advisor. Don't you guys dare try to sue me for anything, okay? If you guys do that, yeah, that's not cool. But I'm just saying I'm not a financial advisor, okay? I'm just telling you guys what I'm going to do. That's all. And I'm going to be interested in Bitcoin around these levels. Because I don't care, okay, guys? I don't care if I buy in these regions and I'm right. If I bought at 7,800 or 5,800, okay? I don't care because if it gets to 35K, what's another $1,000? Like, that's the truth, okay? I don't want to miss out on the opportunity. But, guys ready? You guys ready? Dun, 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 bearish view. Okay, we're doing this, guys. We're doing it. Ready? That's the bearish view now, okay? Now, we're going to talk about the bearish view down over here. Now, this has pretty much created 3 floors, you can say, okay? Like, those are floors. Let's look at it on the weekly. This is give you guys an idea, okay? Like, it might not be as pretty, but you know what? Nevertheless, 5,800 to 6K is a support, okay? It is a support, right? And if you look at these kind of pretty much right there, right, it's hitting, it looks like a descending triangle, okay? Now, don't you guys dare for a moment think that I'm just pure bullish, okay? I am 100% also assuming the bearish scenario, okay? I will stick to my stop loss. Absolutely I will. I'm hoping to see how this plays out first. And if, guys, we find support at a reasonable level where volume picks up, there must be confirmation, right, for me to buy on that dip if it gets to a 382.5 or 618 or 786 level. Okay, and there must be some long wick to encourage me to buy it. I'm not going to buy blindly, just to be very clear, okay, guys? I'm going to wait for a candle, for example, like that. That's a good candle, guys, on a daily. For example, a candle like that, right? A candle like that, or even like that one. I would have bought on it, honestly, okay? I don't think I bought there, I don't remember, but I would have bought on it, and I would have set my stop loss below it. You also have to be generous with your R unit as well. Your R unit is how you define your risk level, okay? It's how you define it. Risk is not only risking 1%, okay, guys? You guys always hear, oh, I only risk 1%. Oh, I only risk 2%, right? Like, come on, like, you gotta define your own R units. Sometimes my risk is 5%, guys. Sometimes my risk is 5%. That's right, because I treat my R units. R refers to risk, but I see them as a mathematical unit instead, right? It's, R is equal to 5%. R is equal to 1%, right? So that's how I see it very differently. So, guys, the bearish scenario says this, okay? Now, the bearish scenario says this. The bearish scenario says that we have A, B, C, D, and this is going to break. We're not going to do any wait for this guy, okay? We're just going to do a general interpretation. This has hit this level around 3 times now, okay? Guys, but there's no the 4th time if it hits around these levels, if we cannot hold it, guys. You have to think of it like this as well, okay? You have to think of it as like this for the bearish view, that we have hit here, here, and here already 3 times, right, guys? And how many times can we pound on it? Pound on it until it breaks down. Okay? If this does not hold, that's why I was saying that if we hold around the 618 level, golden. No pun intended. No pun intended, because oh, that was really good, guys. That might be the best joke I've ever made, okay? If it hits the 618 region, golden. Okay, guys, they will be very, very bullish, right? But if it does not hold at that level, right, that's all right. As long as it's hold above, the 58 to the $6,000 region-ish, right? As long as it doesn't break down below where this support is established, we will be bullish. But if we do, guys, we have to ask ourselves, how many times can the bears keep pounding at this support until it breaks down? And if the bulls cannot hold above those levels, right? Bullish would be around 618 level, perfect. But if they hold specifically above 58 to 6K-ish, like whatever it got to, guys, like I don't know that low bidder, like it's 57, 55, I'm sorry, okay? If we don't hold above there and we drop below, it is going to be a nasty, and super violent drop. And I'm going to cover that in the TA video, that in full, like in the full version as well. So I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.
Okay, so does that make sense, guys? I'm really sorry about the microphone once again. Does that make sense, guys, what I'm saying right now, okay? That I'm going to take the chance. All right, I'm going to take the chance. I don't mind. But let's stick with the weekly, okay? Like, the weekly is cool. I'm cool with that. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with this bearishly engulfing candle because if it pulls through. And, think about it like this as well, okay? On the weekly chart, okay? On the weekly chart right here, we, check that out, okay? That's like 7,200. That's around those regions where I'm talking about right here, okay? Look, that's also where, okay, the 55 moving average is, okay? Right there. So yeah, guys, I'm going to take a chance, somewhere between those regions. I'm just going to wait and see if I actually get like a really long wick. If I get a really long wick, I'm going to be so happy. Now's not the time to buy yet, guys, right? We have to wait very carefully to see where this actually levels off and if it does before we buy. But I'm telling you guys, if we do level off, and just based on all data that I've talked about, it's not made up voodoo science, guys, right? It's not just magic that I'm pulling out of my ass. These are theories. We are all scientists, right? We are literally scientists, guys. And what we do is we formulate an opinion. We formulate a theory, right? And we want to prove it true. And if we actually prove it true, guys, now hold on, let me just turn down my recording setting. I think it's really loud, right, guys? Is it loud for you guys? Nah, I think it's all right, actually. Right, so we try to prove our theories true. And if it holds true, great. Then their data is going to be conclusive and we'll all be happy. So if it holds here, guys, like, oh my goodness, I'm just thinking right now. super bullish. Like, I'm just thinking of how on a 1-to-1 extension, if it holds between these levels, like we could get to literally like 11K in the next few weeks. Yeah. It might lull a little bit and then shoot up, right, if it was bullish. But, like, you know, let's say it doesn't hold there. Then the next zone that we would look at is, all right, let's just, for the bearish play to not work out, okay? Remember that. For the bearish play to not work out, generally we would like to hold at a more bullish level, but it doesn't mean that the bulls have lost if it gets to lower regions, okay? You have to remember the rules of Elliott wave. Wave 2 cannot retrace by more than 100% of wave 1, okay? Now, if it retraces by more than 100% wave 1, then what we would call that is an impulsive wave failure, okay? Because wave 2 must not be, it can retrace 99.9999999 repeating, okay, percent, but cannot retrace 100%. So once again, I'm going to be really interested in Bitcoin to see what it does in the next few days. And guys, I'm a day trader, okay? But this is going to be my investment. I use very different investment strategies. I hold a lot of Bitcoin, guys. Honestly, they're all, it's like on a nano ledger, of course. Don't ever hold a lot of Bitcoin on exchange, okay, or some phone wallet, okay? Don't hold it in some phone app. If you guys are honestly putting in a phone app, like, man, that's just trouble. To me, like, I don't believe in phone apps whatsoever, okay? Hold it somewhere offline. If you don't buy a nano ledger, put it in, like, you know, like a wallet or something, okay? Like an offline wallet. Cold storage is your best friend for long-term investments, okay? Nothing online. Not through anybody else on the phone. Like, I don't believe in that at all. I believe in high security now after what's happened to me in the past, okay? So anyways, yeah. So the 100% rule, right? But keep in mind that the fourth time, guys, is not good for Bitcoin if we get to those levels, right? Fourth coin is not good. And once again, it's going to be a very violent drop. You know why? Because every professional trader and guy who made algorithms, that's smart, guys, they will be looking at the same thing, okay? Now then, guys, then if we actually hold there, if we hold above, based on everything that I've said, we're going to blast through, okay? We're going to blast through this slope to resistance that has been established since February 6th. And the moment that we break through here, the whole market and every single person in the world, as long as it is not, whew, I gotta calm down, I'm getting really excited here. As long as we do not get bull trapped, okay? As long as we don't get bull trapped, it's gonna be awesome. Now that's it for my TA, guys. I've shared as much information as I can possibly share for the bearish and the bullish view, okay? So thank you very much for welcoming me back with open arms. Thank you for being extremely patient. I'm having a huge party here sometime soon on Saturday. It'll kind of be my official housewarming thing, and I'm gonna have like a UFC night, like Ultimate Fighting Championship 227. My friends and I are pretty into that, so I'll give you guys a tour that day by then as well. So I'm gonna keep you guys up to date. I have my long-term investment strategy, okay? I've got it. I'm gonna buy at those points if it seems to be holding bullishly and volume picks up and we're just finding many more confluent reasons for it to go up. It's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna hold my Bitcoin. I'm gonna buy, like, honestly, maybe like 50 Bitcoin. I hold a pretty generous amount already, but I think I wanna have like a really round number, you know, if you guys get what I mean. So there you guys have it. That's my long-term investment strategy that I've created for myself. And I've created all the exit angles as well. And honestly, guys, like, I will not be buying like 100% of my position once again, okay? It's all about laddering it accordingly. Those who buy, listen to me when I say this. Those that buy from one position only, they are doomed to lose, okay, guys? You want to slowly buy and ladder accordingly. And you have to determine your bias quickly. My bias is bullish, okay, guys? My bias is bullish. I do not believe that this could possibly break below 57 just based on the structure of these specific waves going up and based on my full analysis. This is the first time, once again, to recap, that we've done pretty much a 1618 extension precisely, and we also got to between 1618 and 2618, and we also shot there, right? So we also have to ask ourselves, how many times can it hit this sloped resistance until the bulls finally break it? How many times can the bears keep pushing it down at that resistance level, right? We always have to wonder that as well. So guys, if we hold between, I might buy a little between the more bullish reasons, like a little bit, we're talking about like in those regions. But guys, I'm not going to be adding a lot to my position until it basically just breaks all the way up there. But I will buy once again, so don't think that I'm contradicting myself, okay? As soon as it breaks right here, guys, above wherever it is, this slope line here, and we don't get like a massive wick like that. If you guys caught that wick right here, that was like the most implicative thing, like that wick right there, okay? As soon as it traded below this wick's range, it was like death. Because this wick right there is called a shooting star with a really long wick. This one right there was a hanging man followed by a semi-shooting star / bearish spinning top. Those combinations were deadly. This one right here is basically a bearish a tweezer pair, right? So it's really obvious. Here's a tweezer pair as well with the longer body on the big one here, okay? So it's very easy to find bullish combinations of candles, right? When we're near the top. So hopefully we find some bullish combinations soon, right? But I'm just giving you guys a heads up. What a good trader does is they spend a lot of time, guys, so much time looking for these types of setups, and they plan and they plan and they plan and they plan. Now, I can't talk about RR setups yet. I can't talk about risk to reward setups yet because we don't really know where it's going to land yet, right? And we haven't really laddered a specific range yet. So yeah, I'm giving this a little bit more time, guys. I mean, I'm going to rack up the Bitcoin soon. I got to keep bullish. And if anybody says that we're bearish right now, it's a guess, because I don't know if we're bullish. I don't know if we're really bearish, right? I don't know the facts of what it actually is. But I am bullish, right? I am bullish, and that matters to me right now because I'm now waiting for the next opportunity to go long. And I have to take this chance, guys. Like, I'm sorry if you think I'm wrong. I hope I'm right. Okay, I hope I'm right. But if I'm wrong, there's an exit strategy as well where I'll, eat up my loss. But to me, this might be one of the biggest, literally the biggest opportunity in the history of Bitcoin. And if I don't take this chance and I don't buy and it hits 35K or 250K in the next 3-4 years, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. I already regretted not buying Bitcoin when it was like, pennies, right? And because of that, guys, I had a really, really, really good 2017 year, the best year financially of my life. Guys, in that year, 2017, I made more money than basically like a normal engineer will ever make in their fucking life. I went to school for engineering, guys, okay? I'll make more money than an engineer will ever make in their entire life. That's what I did last year alone, okay? Because I've regretted not buying Bitcoin. I regretted so much in my heart not buying Bitcoin, okay? That I rode the wave with Ethereum, Omizi Go, part of EOS, lots of IOTA, and Ripple. And now, guys, there's another opportunity. Am I going to sit back and just watch it go by and watch everybody get rich? Nah, I'm going to sit up straight. I'm going to hold my head up high. And I'm going to buy Bitcoin because I understand firmly that without the possibility of risk, there's no reward, okay? There must be risk for the possibility of reward. And with the bigger risk comes with a massive reward. So ask yourself what kind of person you are and what you can tolerate. Now keep in mind, guys, that I've been in the game for a long time. My tolerance level to take pain, it's much higher than yours maybe, right? Or maybe it's less. But what matters the most, guys, is that you guys need to understand that we have a chance to be bullish, to be very, very bullish. And I really hope that we get to breaking this resistance to some astronomical numbers. So come on, guys, sit with me and wait. I gotta keep doing TA every few hours. That means I'm going to be releasing a lot of videos, because if I release a lot of videos, then we're all going to be on the same page. Because guys, you know what the worst feeling is? Accomplishing something alone. Yeah, it's not fun doing something alone. But when you reach out a hand and you get to help someone because you've done it already, it's honestly the best feeling in the world. And I really want to know that some people are gonna make it there with me. So understand with me, guys, that I'm scared right now. Honestly, I'm scared. Yeah, because if I'm wrong, right, and we break below, 57, 55 there, and if we don't hold if we don't hold around these levels, a bullish level, I'll start to worry a little bit. If we don't hold there, if we get to here, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's the flavor of the year anyways. I'm cool with that because of Elliott wave rule as well. But I'm scared because if we break down below here, guys, it's gonna be a very violent drop. And the next few weeks, guys, like the next 2 weeks, I'm guessing, 3 weeks maybe, it could very well determine the fate of Bitcoin. So I hope you guys enjoyed this technical analysis video. I didn't mean to spook anybody. I'm bullish, guys. I really am. And I'm hoping it will hold these levels. I've talked about every scenario that I could possibly imagine in this video. And that's what good traders do, guys. They're not going to stick to one trade only or one side only and just not even consider the rest and then go, oh shucks, oh fuck, oh shit, things are going wrong because they didn't plan it. No, I plan for the bearish and the bullish scenario. And I'll be honest with you guys too, okay? If it breaks below this level, right, I will short the crap out of the market and so will the rest of the world, okay? When the bulls and the bears fight, when one side wins, the other side just gives up completely and basically joins the other side. That's what happens, okay? Imagine two countries going to war, okay? Two countries go to war and one country wins and they say to the other country, if you don't join us, you're all gonna die. So the other side all ends up joining the other side. So yeah, so if the bulls lose here, they're just gonna end up shorting the market. They're gonna become bears. Because let's face it, whether you're a bear or a bull, all that matters is that you're money hungry. At the end of the day, it's about profit. And you don't stay one side. You don't. You chase the money, man. That's where it's at. So I'll catch you guys later. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys much more down the road. And I hope you guys like these videos. Make sure you guys like it. Please like my videos. Stop thumbs downing my videos, guys. Like you guys, it's so funny how when I put out live trade videos, like I get like more thumbs down than like likes, okay? So please like my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter as well, guys. Follow me on Twitter because you guys are gonna miss a lot of these tweets of mine because I always make short videos, right? So see you guys later. Bye. Actually, I should be waiting there. Bye.